Hey everybody, and welcome to my plus size grandma with Miss Coco Bowden. So I'm still talking about weight loss. Still had a few more people asking about it. This is really not. I can only tell you what worked for me. I can't tell you what will work for you. I don't know your metabolism. And I don't know what situations you're going through in life, which also plays, a big factor in it. But what I can tell you is that a lot of faith goes into what I do. Ooh, it's hot in here. A lot of denying myself things. I don't deny myself the things that I love to eat. I limit myself on them, but I don't say just, Coco, you can't have nothing, or you got to get rid of this food. No, I don't do that, because that's sabotaging. I do know that. That's sabotaging. So what I do is I add my extra protein, eat my fruits and vegetables, and as far as like the carbs go, high carb food, like your breads, your whites, your sugars and stuff, it's moderation. I limit myself on it. If you want to undo your hard work, I think about how hard it was to, get to where I am. And the weight I lost, it didn't happen just in October. We're talking about years of dropping weight, sometimes not dropping any for a whole month, and then having to pick back up that next month and try to figure out what happened this month. Why didn't I lose any weight? And so it's not something that you can just jump on and think that, hey, I'm gonna lose this, and then if you don't want to gain it back, that's what I'm trying to say. If you don't want to gain it back, you do have to get yourself in a position where you are mentally stable concerning your weight loss. Will it be easy? Not all the time. Not all the time it won't. But you just focus on doing what's right. What's right for you and your body, because it's not going to be easy. And like I said, it took me, since 2006, and now it's 2019. So that's what, like 13 years? 13, 14. Yeah. My math. Come to me, math. Well, we know it's some years. So 200 pounds. Will you lose? What I do? Will you lose weight in like 1 month? Will you lose 50 pounds? No. I don't work like that. I do what is realistic for me, what I know I can keep up. That's why I can't get on the diets like that, because I know I've tried diets. Y'all listen, all my life since the age of 12. I remember somebody told my daddy to get me some Dexatrim, and told my daddy to take Dexatrim, back when Dexatrim was out in the early 80s and stuff. And so we was on Dexatrim, all kind of pills and formulas, laxatives. A lot of people don't know that I've had an eating disorder all my life, and it's not necessarily overeating, but it's sometimes undereating and not holding my food down. I battled a lot of bulimia, and it wasn't the kind that makes you skinny. There's different kinds of bulimia, which people don't know, but it was actually the kind that it doesn't make you really, really skinny, but it messes with your intestines some type of way. And it's not that you intentionally do it, because I wasn't intentionally doing it. I was just born this way. So I was born where my intestines, my larger intestines, had cut off the God, I can't call it, but my large intestines were smushing my small intestines, where the food and stuff was backing back up. So I didn't have no choice but to throw up. Every time I eat, I throw up. And guess what? Even after that surgery, I told my surgeon, I said, well, look, I'm still throwing up. I took my first surgery for it when I was 19 years old for my stomach, for the throwing up problem, which is a rare form of bulimia. I took my first surgery for it, and they said they were going to remove ulcers and stuff. And so they went in, they did what they had to do. They moved my large intestine, cut pieces of it out so it would they went in and reconstructed my stomach, but it wasn't a gastric bypass or anything like that. This here was just supposed to be for heartburn and stuff. And then when they had me swallow the camera, that's when they discovered that I had bigger issues than just heartburn. I actually had an overlapping esophagus and stuff. So, I mean, intestines. So what ended up happening, I took this surgery when I was 19 years old. I never forget it. Cause first of all, when they do the endoscope for you, your stomach, you have to swallow the camera through your mouth. You have to literally put it in your your mouth. And you see it's a long cord that you have to swallow with the camera in it. But by the time I swallowed it, I was out. Next thing I know, I was waking up and the surgery was over. But what I can tell you about that surgery is that the doctor said that I shouldn't have any more problems with throwing up. But here it is, 2018, and guess what? I am still throwing up after I eat. So it's not intentionally, but it's like a forced bulimia thing that it's, I don't know if it's rare or not. It's not even GERD. It's like, I can't explain it. But anyways, I throw up every meal. Every meal. I mean, I throw up water. If I drink water, I throw it up. If I just suck on a piece of candy, I throw up. I mean, literally, people who have not known, my family knows about this. It's so bad that it's so bad that I remember one time when we was little, my brothers and sisters, they kind of pissed me off. They pissed me off a little bit. So what I did, I went and ate intentionally because I knew I was going to throw up. And I just sprayed them. Okay, yeah, that's mean and gross, right? But that's just a little bit to tell you as to why you can't, you have to really get with your doctor and work with them. Y'all, I'm in the middle of walking and stuff, so excuse me if I start breathing hard because I'm walking, trying to get things together here in this house so I can have something to eat. But with me, it's a rare form of bulimia, and I've been to several clinics for it, stomach clinics, and they just say that they don't know what to do. They called that doctor in here. His name was Dr. Akrazia. He was from I want to say somewhere like the Middle East, and he finally just came out and told me. He said, "You know what? We can't cut you on you any more than what we've already cut." He said, "Just smoke you some weed and you'll be fine." So I tried that. I tried smoking weed, and he was right. He was right. I was stopped throwing up when I was smoking weed. Only problem was I didn't like being high all day. So I stopped smoking it, and then the throwing up returned back. I don't know what it did, if it relaxed my stomach or what, but anyways, in this weight loss journey, as I was saying, I've been at this thing since 2006, and I have managed to keep the majority of this weight off. And it is a mental thing because everybody does not think the same way. Some people get anxious when you hear the word diet, and you don't have to be anxious. You have to be faithful. You have to be committed. You have to be dedicated to it. You can't just jump on board because everyone else is jumping on board. But you find what works for you and you do it well. And that's the one thing that helps me. Another thing about the weight loss journey is you got to make sure that you're getting plenty of water in. And again, you have to talk with your doctor, because if you're a patient on dialysis, I wouldn't want you to be drinking gallons of water like I'm doing. Or if you have congestive heart failure, I don't want you drinking gallons of water and it can't come out your body, So my thing is just get with your doctor and see what they tell you. Remember, they know your history. So just be honest with them. And they can help you out a whole lot if you just be honest with them. So I am looking forward to losing more weight. I'm feeling pretty good in my skin right about now. And I'm feeling mentally good. I've worked more in October since I've worked in the last 2 years. I've done more work since October, since I started getting help, than the last 2 years. And I'm starting to see it pay off. I'm starting to see it pay off in big ways that I could not imagine. So I know my worth. I know what I need to do. And I'm going to stick to what the doctor has told me to do. And another thing is, too, is you got to be obedient. If the doctors told you to do something, do it. Don't overdo it. Do exactly what they told you to do. I remember last month, I tried to go ahead and do some extra arm bells, weightlifting, and it hurt me so bad. I told my doctor, I said, I can't do it anymore. And they said, what'd you do? Was you trying to do too many? I said, yeah. And they said, well, that's what the problem was. You have to be able to follow instructions. So I learned my lesson on that. I sure did. Some of the foods that I love to eat, y'all, any kind of fruits and vegetables, I love to eat them. But now I have to kind of, be careful how many carbs they got. Because you don't want to get too much of the carbs in you, because it will block the protein from going into your muscle. So that's one reason why they limit your intake on the fruits and vegetables. That's why they restricted mine. They limited me how much fruits and vegetables I could have, because it will cause the protein not to go into the muscle, but instead come out through the bowel, with all that fiber. And at the same time, you got to try to eat balanced, because you don't want to be constipated, and you don't want to be walking around with a belly that feels full all the time. So how I do with my plates is, the best way I plate my food is I buy the paper plates, regular size paper plates. Don't get extra big sizes, because you will mess around and overload your plate. So I have been eating out of these paper plates. I don't care what nobody say. I love paper plates. I have been eating out of these paper plates ever since 2006, and that's how I monitor the sizes and portions of my food, is through those little small paper plates. And as you can see, they're doing quite well, because I've dropped 230 pounds, and I don't know how much more I've lost, because I haven't been back to the doctor yet, and I'm not jumping on any scales before I go back to the doctor. When I go back, I'm supposed to be lost 15 pounds by Valentine's Day. So what am I doing to help that is I am constantly moving. And believe it or not, taking on extra housework is a blessing, doing housework that I don't usually do. That's what I'm trying to do now. That it really helps to work those muscles and keep you loose as well. So on that note, I'm getting ready to go to work after I eat. I was scheduled to be on a show tonight, but I do have some other work that I have to get out tonight, as far as working in Nashville. So my thing is to go ahead and eat and get this work done, so that they can meet their deadlines and I meet my deadline, and we all be all good, okay? Because the sister gonna eat. She gonna eat, but she gonna eat the right foods, okay? She gonna eat the right foods. And my granddaughters, they left a few minutes ago. Bless their hearts, they were so wide open. Oh my goodness. I love seeing those girls. When we get our wall of hope complete, I will take pictures and put them on Facebook so that y'all can see just what it is that we've been doing. Because we have been working in this room, and we're trying to get this room where it's